you don't have the time to read the Discord, but you want to know what's happening in Hello Kitty Island Adventure, here I am. I'm going to read you what was important in the last 10 days. So let's go. First of all, you might not have seen, but if you go in the middle of the Critter Cottage in City Town, you can get a new crafting plan for the colorful lamp plush. That is, for now, the best gift for Usahana, and you can make them with the rainbow beams. And just a reminder, you find 3 rainbow beams randomly at reset daily. You do not need to have rain in City Town. I did not remember that, but if you do get rain, you get an additional 3. Go pick up your 3 rainbow beams daily in City Town. Now, Debo27 asks, is Hello Kitty coming to the Nintendo Switch OLED, or the Nintendo Switch Lite? And Meave said all Switch games are always compatible with all release of the platform. As far as I know, there shouldn't be any difference. And Phoebe said Meave is correct, the game will be available with all forms of the Switch. And I think that one news that we knew about the Switch 2 is that all the previous game will be able to be played on that. So I think that if you buy the new console, you will be able to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure as well as any older consoles too. But we don't know when it's coming to Switch or when the Switch 2 is coming anyways. In response to a bug that Sam's store has no clothes for the gingerbread, Phoebe wrote, hello everyone, since the gingerbread clothing is only own one, you will not have any in the shops if you already own all of the gingerbread clothing. So only at the beginning of the event you would have seen in the store whatever you did not get from last year, or the new sweaters for the new characters like Usana and Wish Me Mel that were not here at Christmas last year. You will see them, and after you've got everything, you will not see anything else in Tuxedo Sam's store. Just so you know, there is a mix-up with Usahana's and Wish Me Mel gifts. So at the moment, I only picked others if I had the choice. So if you have picked one, I think that you get a duplicate of the other one, and then you cannot gift twice, and then you don't have the other one. And so if you have not picked Usahana's or Wish Me Mel's gift at the moment, just pick all the other ones first, and in the meantime there will be an update that probably fixes that, but they're not sure, and we'll see. So Phoebe said we are aware of the issue with Wish Me Mel and Usahana's gift and are working on a fix right now. Litet said, I wonder if I should get the Wish Me Mel sweater in case we don't get a fix on the Wish Me Mel present issue. And Chelsea said, it will be addressed somehow someday, I'm sure. Worst case, it will be a December 25th dev mail. So if they can't fix the bug that those 2 gifts are switched, then they will just deliver the one that we missed in a dev mail. And then me and Stan says Pom Pom looks different without a hat. So if you put a sweater on Pom Pom Puddin', he loses any kind of headdress he has, and so he looks super weird. And Phoebe said we will be putting a hat on him, so probably in the 2.2. Now this is a mea culpa from my part. You might have seen me putting a video that says don't buy the sweaters. My intent for that was to tell people not to stress out, because a lot of people thought that you could only get the holiday sweaters if you bought them from people's shop. But for example, since I got all the sweaters last year, I do not have them in my store anymore. So for people having them in their store, they must have just played during last year, but did not play enough to get all the sweaters last year, so they have them in the store. So that's already super rare to have people with stores with the sweaters. And then all the first years were freaking out and going there to buy the sweaters, but you will automatically get them on the 25th. And in my video it was misleading, I agree, I should not have said that without checking, that I said that we would have the gift empty if we buy them beforehand, and Chelsea confirmed that it's not correct, that people who bought the sweaters before will definitely also get them in the sweaters. And if you bought them with Tuxedo Sam and then you have potentially got 2, you could get a 3rd one in your gifts and the present pile. So if this is something that you want, For example, the only thing at the moment would be to display the sweaters on a mannequin. That's the only thing that you can do, because the characters can get the sweaters by themselves, or you can gift somebody with which you are level 13 of friendship with, something like that. Actually, my video was misleading, so I removed my video. But if you did not stress out to get all the sweaters but were having FOMO, you will find them all under your present pile. If you already bought them, you did not break the game, you will still get them, and you will get them if you give all the gifts to all the characters. This is the return gift from the gift that Sanrio gives you to gift people, and in return you get under the present pile the gift with the sweater. This is for the people in year 1. If you played last year, in year 2 we have something else, but we don't know yet. But I wanted to apologize again if you were freaked out by my video. I am so sorry. I just wanted to tell you to not stress out, because you will get them later. In a heads up, Chelsea said, for those who've been fretting, buying a sweater in Tuxedo-sam's shop from a year 2 player's island will not impact your ability to get one from the present at the end of the event if you're a year 1. So, no need to worry about breaking your game. This does mean you could theoretically get up to 3 copies of someone's sweater, assuming you get double from Tux bonus and 1 at the end of the event. We know this is unideal, but have found a non-risky way to address it. Also, I am not back yet. Sayubird said, yeah, I got a sweater. I think that year the gifts are going to be teddy bears. So you won't be able to get the sweaters until next year if you didn't get the Usana and Wish Me Melt sweaters. And Chelsea said, now we're gonna fix it and make sure folks can get the sweaters they're supposed to, either through gifting or stores. And then Schubert said, will we actually be getting the snowman costumes shown in the Give and Gather daily reward? It is so cute and silly, I need it. And Chelsea said, if it's shown in the calendar preview, it will come with one of the calendars. And I hope that's also the case for the Lolita coat, that is gorgeous. And Molly made a feedback, delete quests like this. She said, no, my sweet piano, for the 100th times, I do not want to waste my dice to randomly customize a random furniture just for your daily quest 6. And Chelsea said, Phoebe, make a ticket to adjust the rarity of this quest to be uncommon or rare. That should exponentially reduce the frequency with which they show up for folks. Thank you. Then Sweetie Pie said, Chelsea, welcome back and congratulations on your baby. I hope you had the sweetest first Thanksgiving with the new baby. I bet it's so cute. And Chelsea said, thank you, I am not back for a while. Just popped in to deal with a spam bot. Hope everyone's holiday are lovely. And also apparently to answer a few feedback and bug reports. Chelsea said the baby is very adorable and warm and squishy. She sleeps 16 to 18 hours a day right now, so I have a lot of pseudo downtime, hence checking in occasionally. I think the best part is how much Kid 1 is excited to be a big sibling. Kid 1 likes to try and cuddle baby whenever baby is fussing, and it's surprisingly effective sibling magic. This is so adorable, honestly. I'm so happy that Chelsea is sharing that kind of stories. And yes, she is not fully back because obviously she is allowed a full cut-off maternity leave, but I think she loves us so much and she is so in love with the game and this community and this work that she wants to be involved in, even in maternity leave. So this is really cool. Honestly, if you're allowed to be on leave or vacation and you come back to your workplace must really be nice, I think. Then Phoebe said, unfortunately, hello all, I'm going to be stepping back from community work to focus on other tasks at Sunblink. We're in the process of hiring a new person to help with community, so stay tuned. There is someone who will be taking over my position of community, but I'll be sure to check in this thread right now and said what I can over. I'm doing stuff elsewhere on Sunblink. For feedback that says brewing station for regular teas. And Chelsea said, as a tea fanatic, there's a lot we want to do with different types of tea, styles of tea, and herbal teas. Hibiscus makes perfect sense. The boba tea station is a first step. Interesting, I'm so looking forward to this. Imagine if in the future we can plant tea leaves I mean, plant tea trees and harvest the tea leaves. Different shaped balloons. People say I would love to see heart balloons, star balloons, and Chelsea said plant. And then for feedback that says dye the appliances, Chelsea said plant. You can see already that some of the aquarium that became dyeable, and also all the new things like we have trash cans and things like that, it's new and it's dyeable. But now in the future we might be able to make the dessert station pink instead of yellow. That will be amazing. For feedback that says wish me mouse leveling system. And Chelsea said, we're tweaking the value of lower tags, I believe, possibly others, so that more early items level her faster. For feedback that says icy peak expansion, Chelsea said, this has been suggested before and is coming relatively soon. I think it might not be for 2.2 next week, unfortunately. I'm not sure, because it would be 2.2.5 just before New Year's for the Lifetime Jubilee, I think. So that might be 2.3 in January or February, something like that. We'll see. And then Volskalm Kojimion Devotee said, is any of the IDs said in here close? And they show the snowy activity suggestion thread. And Chelsea said, these are adorable. The update was design locked a while ago, but some of these are so cute, maybe we'll get them in the future. Then for feedback that says, patterns and greenhouse, Volcalm asks, could the chance for plants to acquire their default pattern inside the greenhouse be increased? We spend so much to even have the space inside the greenhouse, and getting a pattern right now is truly really hard at 1%. And Chelsea said, if we did something like this, it would likely be a different type of upgrade that required putting in a certain number of patterns / affected flowers. It's a good idea though, for the folks who are into it. Prove you know how to do it the hard way, and we can make it easier for you. We'd have to figure out a way to accept any pattern flowers. I don't know if we have the tech for that right now, but it doesn't sound like it would be terribly difficult. Like the next update of the greenhouse could be put, I don't know, 1000 pattern flowers to unlock this new possibility instead of just putting pollen puff and fertilizer. That's interesting. I guess people who are not into flowers and find this will freak out and also want to do it. We'll see. Chelsea said, any objection to changing the name Patch to Checker for the poinsettia pattern? Someone remind me to do a dev story about this when I'm back. Eve said, I think checker / checkered would make more sense. And Chelsea said, it was supposed to be checkered. Patch was supposed to be for the pattern that gave us back the original oopsie-doopsie look of the marigold. I'm not sure what they're talking about. And then Sprout said, Patch is particularly confusing to talk about since also Flower Patch. My request is preferably soon so I can make accurate videos. I agree, please. Okay, we are going to change it to Checker in 2.2.5. So likely in between Christmas and New Year's. Chelsea shared the new ombre anemone look in the future. Interesting. Also, Volscram sent me pics of one where the ombre is non-obvious and I tried to see what I can do. No promises as always. Remember when we shared the Steam page, there was a screenshot with a grey flower. About this, Chelsea said, part of the reason black and grey haven't come out is because I am indecisive on expanding the palette to include bolds. Jamberry almost convinced me, but it also again exponentially increases the possibility space of flowers, and I kind of like the feel of the current color collections in terms of time it takes. The other reason is we missed the deadline for the event black would have been perfect for. Cough. So probably Halloween. And Meave said, I do wonder if it will let us mix black plus tints to get base color, like mint plus black for green. And Chelsea said, this is not how color theory works. I am personally offended. But it would be a great idea actually. And then Meave answered, I know, but HKIA flowers are magic and do not have to follow logic. See, a flower produces a seed. Seed's parents are randomly selected magic genes. About the flowers, somebody asked what would the current flower palette look like for people that are colorblind, and she said the best way to find this would probably be to take the color palette in the flower guide and running through some of the different websites that will let you see how stuff look with different types of color blindness. Here's an example, and then she shows a screenshot of mostly everything being like yellow and blue, and that must be really hard for people with color blindness. And I'm not sure when this video is coming out, but the new update is coming, and there's a new section in the Discord that is called 2.2 Sewer Shakedown. Interesting. So we are going under City Town now. That's interesting because we see the train, we see that we can expand further, but no, we are going under City Town. Interesting. And Chelsea has been teasing things about this update in the past days. Litet said, can we get also Keroppi friends? And Chelsea said, what about Keroppi family? Cute! Chelsea said, some tiny clues today. City Town will continue to get updates beyond 2.2. Yes, thank you, because we want to see other parts. It's not like castles, because castles, it was something in castles, I don't remember, towers and castles, something like that. And we thought there will be castles, but it was just ruins or walls or things like that, and people were disappointed. Apparently, it's not the case this time. We seem to be on the same wavelength about cosmetics, so I think it's something that people said in the thread before that said, we want this, so apparently we'll see. Chelsea said, 2 days a week hint is, there will be a reason to return to the cafe, but don't sweat stocking coins. Like, people were maybe stressed that I did not play the cafe enough to get enough coins to get all the decoration, but apparently there will be probably a new recipe, I guess. And then, yes, cat singular, and puzzles, you say. Puzzle rooms in City Town, I'm so excited. And Nikki Snowy Adventure said, just bring Hello Kitty and Chococat with you as companions, DIY cat cafe. And Chelsea said, obligatory, Hello Kitty is not a cat statement. But Mimi, all Hello Kitty's family, and you, Daniel, supposedly are cats. So you can bring them? Or can you? You cannot bring the visitors with you. In the Wild Speculation channel, Chelsea said, Island 3 is gonna be great, and also like 2026, so buckle up. So in 2023 we had Friendship Island, in mid-2024 we had Imagination Island, or we're not sure yet. I don't think we have a name for this island, but it looks like Imagination Island, makes sense. And Island 3 in 2026. So we had, let's see, we had almost a year of just Friendship Island, and then it will be a year and a half until Island 3. Interesting. A feedback that says unavailable collections. Chelsea said, yes, this is a huge problem we haven't been able to solve yet because of how they're generated. We know it's super demotivating for collectors and unclear for general players, and it's relatively high priority for us to address, either by hiding ones that can't be completed or having clear and obvious labeling for things that might be tied to upcoming but currently inaccessible events. And if you watched until the end, please remember to check if you are subscribed to this channel, because that would help me a lot to have you as a subscriber. And to see other things on the roadmap and questions answered by people of Sunblink in the Discord, check out this playlist over here. See you there. Bye bye.